Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons and welcome to Bowser's Warped Orbit, the final board of Mario Party 8. Now this may take a touch little stumpy bit of explanation. A couple of weeks ago I streamed most of the single player mode of Mario Party 8 because yes, it has a single player mode where you do 1 versus 1 duels against a computer on every board of the game, and it's slightly different rules from normal because it's duel mode rather than 4 players, and this is the final board. Yeah, I did do that on stream. I said I'd do it as a separate video, so here we are. So if you want to see how I fared on all the other boards, go and watch that, like the archive of that stream. It was, well, yes, it was a crazy trip because my luck in those boards was consistently terrible at the start and brilliant at the end. Go back and watch it, it's a fun time. But, for now, we're here to conclude the board. Zzz. We're here to finish the game. Now, I don't remember who it was, like, there are 2 possible rival characters for this board. All the other boards in single player, it can be any of the playable characters. On the final board, it can be either Blooper or Hammerbro, because those are the 2 unlockable characters. You need to, whichever one you beat in story mode, you unlock to play for yourself, and it's chosen at random. And to guarantee that you get the other one, you just need to beat single player again with whoever you unlock by beating this board once. So, in this case, we've got Blooper, and I skipped this on the stream, but since we're here, sure, what are the secrets? So, this board doesn't work like any other in this game. It works a lot more like a Snowflake Lake from Mario Party 6. You have 3 stars to begin with, and you get Bowser Candy and Bullet Candy. Bowser Candy, you get 2 dice blocks, but you can steal 2 stars for every player you pass. Or you can use Bullet Candy, which gives you 3 dice blocks, but you can only steal 1 star from each player you pass. It's, yeah, that's what it's explaining now. I don't know which one I prefer. It's been a hot while since I've last played this game. Well, both this board and the whole thing, but I'm not sure which I would prefer. But knowing me... Oh yeah, this hurts, because, oh, when I did it on stream, I got a 9 as well, so... I don't know, clearly it was decided in advance. Thing with this board is, it's not really that good of a thing to go first, because, I mean... Really, you need to... have terrible rolls until you get to the candy, and then really good rolls. And, I feel like my playstyle would be to get Bullet Candy, so that I can, sure, I'll steal fewer stars at a time, but it gets me further away, because for the sake of having up to 10 extra spaces when you move, that seems more favourable over stealing 2 stars rather than 1, because, like, it's a 50% increase in dice blocks in exchange for a 50% decrease. I don't know, it's maths, but actually that's, I mean, 1, sure, but that's fine, because then if Blooper gets, like a 4, for example, or whatever, like, basically if Blooper gets ahead of me, that's like 2. Rude. But here's the thing, on the stream, my gameplay was consistently terrible luck for the first few turns, and then I managed to turn it around consistently. Not to spoil exactly how, are we just gonna consistently bad roll each other? Is this how this board is going to go? It's going to make for riveting gameplay experiences for you lovely people to watch with your faces. Okay, this is a good start, because you've got Bowser Candy, but you are ahead of me, so you can't threaten me with your Bowser Candy, because you're too far ahead. I mean, yes, the board is only half the size compared to 4 players, but, as you can see, you keep going round clockwise as opposed to being able to cut across the middle. And the point is, Blooper is ahead at the moment. And for the moment, the Bowser Candy only serves to... Okay. Not only have I not been given... Okay, this puts me in extreme danger, so I have 2 sets of Twice Candy, which is functionally completely useless, because that gives me 2 dice blocks and no chance of stealing from another player. But also, Blooper has Bowser Candy, which means they can literally just roll immediately and get through this pipe, and... well, I shall need something from this. Oh, it's on sale. Well, 10 and 10. I did just say that I would prefer Bullet Candy, but I'm gonna need to reclaim my own. So I shall get this. If it'll let me get another one, then I'll get Bullet Candy as well, and I'm about to land on a DK space, and I'm not sure what that does on this board. I would like to buy more, I have more money! DK, save me! Donkey Kong! Donkey Kong is here! Which reminds me, on Tumblr, people explaining times where they've forgotten how to speak a language, and there's some Chinese comedian who's like, I was staying in an American hotel and I forgot the word for mouse and there was a mouse in the room, so I called up reception and said, you know Tom and Jerry? Jerry is here. And that just sounds so ominous. Just, Jerry is here. DK, could you not give me something useful? Hate how the candy just sort of evaporates like that. But yes, I had to have the Bowser candy because... Oh, that said, knowing Blooper is going to roll enough to get in front of me. Yeah, you'd be stupid not to. Which means I'm about to lose 2 stars, but then he's going to roll enough that he goes past the junction up ahead, which means that because when you pass one of those split path junctions, it alternates. So you go left and then right and left and right, so yeah, that'll be enough for Blooper to be completely out of the way, which means that I'm about to lose 2 stars, and for at least 1 turn I can't get them back, which is maximally rude, really. I needed those. But alas, there's not really anything I could do about it because it's the luck of the draw. Ooh, that said, he's far enough away that it doesn't matter as long as I don't have a terrible roll with my Bowser candy. It just means that this is a zero-sum game. Because I've lost 2, which puts me in critical condition, because if I lose 1 more star, that's game over, but I'm about to get them back, assuming I don't roll terribly with the Bowser candy, which, knowing this game, I may well do. But that also means that we get the loser bonus, because with every single player board, you get a little, like, boost thing. Like, once the board enters critical conditions, like where the loser is about to lose, you'll get this. So it's like, if you have enough coins to buy the star or whatever. Now, there is a trick to this. You know what, I'll take it. I was actually aiming for the Bowser candy. Normally, like, on the stream, I was insanely good with those dart wheels, but I mean, I recorded some Kirby's Epic Yarn today, so I'm a little bit out of whack with the magic luck wheels. But that's fine. I actually need. So, away with your twice candy. Now here's the worrying thing. I now have enough candy to... Well, I would have enough candy to take, like, to take the win, but because Blooper has 5 now and I only have 1, here's the problem. I should use my Bowser candy, get ahead by enough spaces like that's... Like, that's about... I don't know. Like, if I use this, I'll definitely get a star back, but that's only 1 star. So how much do I need to roll? Bear in mind, I'm likely to go around the left, so that's 1, 2, 3... But I need to roll at least a 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anywhere between a 4 and a 6. In my mind, Bowser candy should do what I need. But knowing this game, it will probably shit all over me, so here we go! Why not? Luck of the titty bag of fun times. It does occur to me that it must be immensely sad watching one person play Mario Party by themselves, but, in my defense... That's not good. That's much better. In my defense, it is single player. Apparently it doesn't alternate. Maybe it is just random chance. Give me back my shit, you squid. You're a squid now. You're a squid now. Hubba-dubba-dub. So yes, we're right back where we started after about 10 minutes of gameplay. Hey, it's a single-player campaign, so it's fine. It's normal to see one person playing this. Meh. I'm hoping I can make it entertaining for the full however long it takes, because the other boards will talk about half an hour each, but if this keeps happening, then I don't know what to tell you. And of course, you're about to buy some bloops. Just a shame we've not had any mini-games yet, because that's one thing that I complain about on the stream. Single player, you don't really get enough mini-games, or mini-games if you've played non-Mario Wii Party. Because the voiceover in that is like mini-game with the world's strangest accent, but I think that's only in the European release, so it's supposed to be their version of a British accent. I don't even know. Anyway, for the moment, I'm going to get as out of dodge as I can so that I can build up an arsenal of candy. That's my strategy at the moment. So come on. Okay, Bowser candy. I have a Bowser candy and a book. I don't like calling it candy because that's such an American thing, but whatever. So, I'm going to build up a stock of sweets for the moment, and then hopefully get close, like far enough around the board that I can get right behind Blooper and steal. Because the problem is, you need to kind of be strategic with when you get relative to the other player, because, like, say for example, also I just appreciate, let me appreciate the name of the shop there, Toadie's Tooth Decay. Because, like, what if you use a certain candy and it puts you, like, you get 2 stars from the other player, but then you're 1 space ahead of them. Then they can just use a candy to take it back. So, there's so much meta strategy to this, and this is one of those boards where it can be over in an instant, it can take years to get through. And you know what, that's fair, because I did just get a 5 from it, and I had weird luck with those coin blocks, so it's whatever. That said, if Blooper has a terrible roll here, this could work out very well for me. Go on, roll terribly. Generous. So, here's the problem. Blooper is potentially safe in there. And I could catch up using one of my candies, but I could be sent in the wrong direction. I could, like, you know, like, this would catch me up to him, but there's a 50-50 chance I might miss, and either way, that'll put me right in front of him, and he has a Bowser candy, which, ultimately, I would end up in a deficit. So, for the moment, I'm going to hold on to my coins, because I have what I need for the moment. I'm just going to slowly work on catching up. But then Blooper might do something unexpected. I don't know. It's the AI. The AI has done some the AI has done some questionable things in, well, I'd say in this series so far. In the stream and this, well, no, not in this episode yet, but maybe. I don't know. So here's the other problem. So, there's the problem that I've explained of how it ends up being a zero-sum game where theoretically you just keep stealing stuff back and forth. But then there's also the problem of if you get far enough apart, then you'll sort of spend the entire board maintaining that distance. And so it's like, oh, well, you're on that side of the board, well, I'm going to run to this side, and then you're going to follow me, but I'm going to be on the other side by the time you get to me, and you see how it works out. But all of a sudden, well, first of all, Blooper not even buying the game. Not buying candy necessary to do a win. Oh, that is unfortunate. Thing is, though, I need to, like, okay, the logical play here is to use bullet candy, because, like Bowser candy will get me a guaranteed 2 stars, this will get me further away, and he has a Bowser candy, so he could just steal this right back if my roll's not good enough. I'm going to take the chance, because, as I said, zero-sum game, because if I use a bullet candy, and he uses the Bowser candy, I will sustain a net loss of 1 star. If I do this, it'll work out, I'll break even, if he catches me. I say he, I mean, Blooper of indeterminate gender, but, heteronormative society of default assumptions. You know I'm not trying to be cruel and obscenious. You know what? That could actually be a good roll, depending on how many spaces there are in here. Oh yeah, I'm completely safe. Not completely. Because Blooper could use the Bowser candy and chase me down this corridor, or he could miss completely. But if he hits that happening space up ahead, then that'll turn the board, like, the direction of the board will reverse. So I'll be back in the danger zone either way. Using a Slow-Go candy. What's your reasoning, squiddy child? Scrubba-lubba-lubba-luckus. I don't know what the logic of that insult was, if that was even an insult. Whatever. Vampire candy. I don't even care, I've got 2 bullets. Oh, how unfortunate. You're gonna reverse the board, because that would be really good for me. Nope, okay, that is just those happening spaces. Well, never mind. See, because this was my first console Mario Party game, I believe DS was my first one. Oh. Rip. Thanks, Bowser. There we go, I win! I automatically win! What?! That shouldn't have happened! Thanks, Bowser! There's a reason why you are my dream hang on a second, not finishing that thought, but yeah. Bowser is daddy as fuck confirmed. Bowser is my sugar daddy. What?! I had all the strategy laid out and everything! We didn't even play 1 minigame! Well done, Blooper. Well, that's the end of this series. Oh wait, no. Hold on. You think you fooled me, but no. Stenchman, lol. But yeah, even though Bowser has thoroughly been a creamy sugar daddy, I'm being creepy, aren't I? We still have one final fuff to foof. So we do get at least 1 minigame after all. Or don't we? I could swear there's a Bowser minigame at this. What's happening, Bowser? What are you gonna do? Yoshi, you've been given the star rod, keep it. Okay, so we do in fact get a final minigame. So this just shows, bearing in mind, like the first couple of turns I had terrible rolls, and then lost 2 stars, and then the final round worked out like this. This is exactly how my luck went on the stream as well. Okay, so I haven't played this in ages, but it's really not that difficult. So, hold down A or B, and do the Gangnam Style. Can't be that hard. I did it as a child, so I can do it here and now. I was going to say something else profound, I'm sure, but... I mean, even if you fail, you can just retry it. I think there's basically no penalty for failure. So... like 3 times I've now told him to whip and nay-nay, and he just hasn't. He said nay-nay to my whip. Like... Okay, normally I will be one of the first to defend motion controls, but a lot of these times I've been doing the whip forwards motion, and it's having exactly none of it, so... Wait, is this a different phase? Is this the origin of boss minigames? I don't know, I've never played Mario Party 7, so... I don't know. Oh my. What was I supposed to do with that? Bearing in mind, as I said, normally I'll defend motion controls, but this game doesn't... I mean, it's Mario Party. It's not going to be that perfect. No. I was trying to tilt, but I was rescued by Bowser getting angrier. You foiled your own plan, sir. Well, this should be fun. I mean, he's got 4, I've got 4. You know. I'm already in a sweet spot by the look of it. You missed. This really isn't difficult if you just sit in one spot and then go fancy 4 times. That was nearly perfect, and if this is Mario Party DS, there'd be like an achievement thingy for doing it without taking any damage, or maybe there wouldn't, I don't know. Never fully understood the achievements thing. Anyway, Mario Party DS was my first Mario Party game, this was my first console Mario Party game, this is the one that set the precedent, so I judge all other Mario Parties by this and DS, and I consider those to be the best, and I will fight the runaway guys, because 4 is terrible, 5 is good. They've got it backwards. Fight me. Except, please don't fight me because I enjoy you most of the time. So yes, if you want the full story of the solo single-player thing of this mode, then just watch that stream. There'll be a link to it in the end card, and I'll probably put this in the same playlist as well, even though it's pre-recorded and not a live stream. But yes, we thought that the prize for this tournament was a load of candy, but in actuality it was the Star Rod and a load of candy. Also, by the way, in case you couldn't infer, Yoshi is my main. Any Mario Party, and I guess Mario Kart, even though I've never... well, I've not never played it, but I rarely play it. I don't even... Like, I only recently obtained the Wii version and the Double Dash one, so... The Double Dash one, the one for the GameCube. But, hypothetically, I would main Yoshi in those as well. Because Yoshi is Bay. Bowser is Daddy Bay, Yoshi is Bebe. Flabebe, that's a Pokemon. Anyway, what am I shooting? I have a reticle. I shall just shoot all of the letters in the credits. Oh, I can press both buttons. Well, if this were a full Let's Play, then I would give my thoughts on the project as a whole. But, technically, I'm probably going to have to do this again on my own time. Now, I suppose I should explain for those who didn't see the stream. I was doing this because Europe Scalaway is actually visiting, like, literally the week following the upload of this video, and I thought maybe while she's here, like, she might want to stream some of this with my parents and me, and I'd want to have a whole, like, as much as I can unlocked, because, like, in time for that, so that we could all play it together, if we so chose. That was just a big hypothetical on my part. And I have played Mario Party 8 before, and I have completed it before, but that's on a separate Wii, and this is my recording Wii U, so, it doesn't have any save data on it, so... Funnily enough, it's easier to just replay the game and, like, do all the necessary completey stuff, rather than just plug up my old Wii to the recording and streaming stuff. Which you wouldn't have thought, but it is. Also, hey, there's a Korean name, I recognize stuff. See, I'd feel bad for not, like, shooting as many of these letters as I can, because, like, it gives me the reticle, so... I'd hate to just sit here and not do anything with the credits. But yes, that's the reason why I've done this. Also, a little bit of fun general knowledge. The reason why this game is in 4:3 and not 16:9 is apparently because it was originally developed for the GameCube and then they released it for the Wii instead, because yay! Shigeru Yamamoto! He sure is a guy who did a thing. Congratulations. Konnichiwa. Omedetou gozaimasu. Itadakimasu. Gochisousama deshita. So I suppose on my own time I probably should, as I said, replay the single-player thing, but as Blooper so that I can unlock Hammer Bro, because that's the other unlockable character. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's a random chance thing at the end. Though I seem to recall Blooper was the first one I unlocked when I did this as a youth, and then I was surprised on stream to see Hammer Bro appear. I could be completely wrong, I could be completely misremembering. Anyway, Mario Party 8, a very fine game. I think 9 is when it started to go downhill, but like, I would forgive 9 if that were a one-off thing, in the same way that, like, Mario Party 6, the day and night thing, was like a really cool, like, idea that worked for one game, but they should keep it to one game, and they did, and rightly so. So, I kind of feel like if Mario Party 9 had been the only one with the stupid car gimmick, then I would forgive it and accept it, but the fact that they decided, no, this is the new normal, this is what a Mario Party is now, especially in the face of 9 games before it, that are all, like, the previous formula that people loved and played. You know, it's sort of a bit stupid to say this is the new normal, like, maybe not. Just since, you know, I say 9 because there's Mario Parties 1 through 8 and also DS. And I'm not counting Mario Party Advance because apparently that works very differently from the others, and you would have thought they'd learn from that, that hey, maybe classic Mario Party isn't such a bad idea, but hey. And that's the thing. I've played every game from DS onwards, so DS, 8, 9, 10, and the 2 3DS ones. And honestly, 10 isn't that bad, despite what's been said about it. But I would much prefer them to go back to this formula, no questions asked. And the 2 3DS ones, the first one, Island Tour. What were they thinking with that? It is hot garbage. I mean, the minigames are actually fairly decent, but the boards themselves are terrible. And there's one in the single-player menu where if you try to select it, it says, oh no, you need more than one player to play this board. Why is it in the single-player menu then? And, the boards are rated, like, out of, oh, in order to do well this board you'll need so-and-so out of 5 mushrooms in terms of skill, something else, and luck. And if you're rating boards' difficulties out of luck, then you're very bad at game design. I mean, sure, the whole point of Mario Party is theoretically anyone could win, whether they're like the parent who's never played a Vijima game before, or the veteran youth who has been raised on Mario games, or like the little sister or brother who will scream and cry if they don't do well. You know, the idea is that anyone could do well, but to have an entire board that's like, the whole idea is if you're unlucky you won't do well, and that's it. That's not good game design, because then there's no more appeal to it than just going outside and tossing. I don't even know why you need to be outside, tossing a coin. So, yeah, that's why Mario Party 8 is a good one. And Mario Party 9 and 10 are good in theory, but the boards feel so much less alive. Also, I saw Mario Party 6 in a shop the other day, and I didn't buy it because it was £40, and it's expensive. And that, bear in mind, that's without a manual, I think, and without a microphone, and they still want £40 for it, which I'll put on screen now what that is in your colonial currency and what it is in euros, because euros matter. That's too much money for a pre-owned game that's, like, what? It's over 10 years old. Bearing in mind, this game is 10 years old. You know, and it's not even complete. Bearing in mind, you need the microphone to play some of the extra modes. Also, Satoru Iwata, may he rest in peace. Why have I been playing so many Satoru Iwata games lately? Anyway, Yoshi, my main and bay and friend. I mean, one thing I will give credit for in 9 and 10 is Yoshi's victory animation is to sort of turn around and twerk at the camera, and it sure is a thing. And when he loses, he sort of does a sad fart, but does like the muck-spreading tail thing, and it's... I should probably stop talking. So, you can stay here and view the points that I collect for having done the single player, because I'm going to need those to unlock stuff. And as that's happening, I will say with great pleasure that I have been, and will continue to be, tessellating hexagons, and I sure will do more videos at some point. Thanks for watching.